and welcome to CuteCraft. Today we are going to be taking on our biggest and final project of the world, which we are going to be building over in this area beside the flower garden. Because today I want to build a custom village for the frog villagers we found in the swamp. I think a little village for them to live in would be the perfect little finale for the world. That way we can have villagers living here even when we are not. So we are not going to waste any time and we are going to go ahead and get started. So first we need to break some trees and terraform the land. Now that we have a cleared land, we can go and use some diorite to lay out where I want to put each house. So here is the layout for the village. We have 2 rectangle square buildings right here, and then 3 circle ones. So now we need to collect some materials. So instead of going for the kind of red theme that they have in their normal village, I want to make our custom village cute. So we are going to be using a lot of pink in the builds. So we are going to collect some mushroom stem, make some pink planks, gather some terracotta, pink concrete, white concrete, and cherry wood. Now that we have collected all of our materials, we are going to start with this small building right here. We are first going to build the walls up 3 with mushroom stem. Then for the roof, we are going to use some pink slabs and shrunken pink glazed terracotta. And of course, we are going to add a door and some windows. So here is our first simple build. This is going to be the smallest building out of all of them, which is why we did it first. But moving on, we are going to build this one next, which is going to be one of the biggest builds. So we are going to start by building the walls up 4 with stripped jacaranda wood. We are also going to add some windows and a little entrance. Then we are going to use pink planks and pink silt shingles for the roof. So there is number 2 done. They are a little plain, but we will work on the details later. For now, we are on to building number 3, which is going to be this one right here. This one is going to be a little mushroom house, so we will build the walls up with mushroom stem and use pink concrete for the roof. There's our mushroom house. Next building is going to be this squared one, which is just going to be a simple little house. And finally, a little mushroom tower. Here's how the village is looking with all the buildings in. I love how it's turning out already. The builds look super cute all together. I also went and outlined a path for the village to connect all the buildings together. So now we are going to take this trodden amethyst block and fill the path in. We are also going to use some sanded amethyst block, and I'm just going to break a few places on the path. And we're going to place the sanded amethyst block in here just to give it a little bit of extra texture. I barely scraped by with enough amethyst for the paths, but luckily we made it there in the end and the path is done. I love it so much. It looks so good in the village. But now we need to go and decorate each of the buildings, starting with this one. So for each of the builds, I want to do a different theme for them. So this one is going to be kind of pink heart themed. So we're first going to start by adding these star hanging lights down for the lights. Over on this wall, we are going to add this pink table with a pink glow shroom terrarium and a heart cake. On this back wall, I'm going to add this heart armchair with a cherry drawer and a pink record player on top. And of course, a pink bookshelf right there. Then of course, the ribbits need their bed and a ribbit chest. And I'm gonna add this pink frog nightlight next to the bed. And finally, this pink bathrobe and a pink carpet. Our next house is going to be flower themed, so we're gonna start by adding these flower lights on the roof. We are gonna add 2 ribbit beds on this back wall with a rose end table in the middle, and these cute little terracotta vases with some flowers. Right here, we're going to add this flower armchair with a plant ladder. Then we have this sweetheart kitchen table with a glow flower and a flowery tea kettle, and this hanging dish towel. We also have some jacaranda leaf piles for the carpet, and these blossom garlands just to make the walls less plain, and a hanging plant shelf, and finally 2 flower-themed paintings to go on the walls. Next house is going to... Okay, hello creeper. That is not what you want to see when you're about to walk into a house. This house is going to be mushroom themed. So first we are going to put the beds in, which we will be doing 3. For light, we are going to add these red mushroom fairy lights on the ceiling, as well as these red ceiling lights to actually give off actual light. We are also going to add a mushroom themed carpet, a mushroom wardrobe, mushroom TV, mushroom lamp, mushroom chest, this decorative mushroom, and this decorative red mushroom. Our mushroom house is going to be bee themed, so we're gonna start with 2 ribbit beds on the sides, this honeycomb lamp, a yellow gross room terrarium, this lemon table with a bee lamp on top, a ribbit chest, a ceiling light, and finally this yellow carpet. And last but not least, the mushroom tower is gonna be art themed. So we're gonna start with 2 ribbit beds on the back wall, this blue table with watercolors and paintbrushes and a glass of water, a spray paint can under the table with this paint box on the side, these unpainted birdhouses in the corner, then this Mona Lisa painting easel and a bucket of paint, and some scattered papers on the floor. And finally, we will be putting some of these paintings up. All of the buildings have officially been completed. Now all that's left to do is decorate the exterior, which we will do so by adding 2 ponds and a bunch of the different hybrid flowers around. The village is now fully complete, meaning all we have to do is get the ribbits in. So now we just need to find 10 of these guys. Hopefully there are 10 different villagers. Oh, here's one. Where are your friends? I want some of the cute ones too. Here's another one. Oh, there's one with a musical instrument. A water can guy or a gardener. Okay, actually, I think these leads are gonna be really annoying. So you guys stay here because I totally forgot. They have these silk leads that I actually want to try and see if these are better than regular leads. Doesn't look like we're gonna get many. Now let's try this again. So we'll grab, I'm gonna use it on the gardener guy. Oh, you can lead them together. Interesting. Okay, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. I also want to bring some of these little mushroom guys home. So we will attach them to these frogs. Hopefully that works. No, it does not look like it's gonna work. Alright, I guess we're not gonna get the mushrooms. So hold on, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So now we need to make a super long journey home, which is gonna be this way. This is gonna be so much fun, right? No, it's not. About an hour later, and we have finally made it to the village. So we can take all of the ribbits off of their leads. And now what we need to do is put some in the houses and give them an amethyst? Or is it a cluster? Amethyst cluster? So if we put them in here and then right click him? No? It doesn't work? What? So apparently you just shift and then right click them. And so now his spawn is set. So now we just need to do that with all of the ribbits. And their spawns have been set, so hopefully they don't just wander off and get lost. They're so cute though, like look at them wandering around. And then these guys over here are playing music together. We also got this guy which sells stuff, so that's cool. We don't really need anything, but that's cool to have one that actually trades. So with the Ribbit Village complete, there is one last thing we need to do in this world to complete it, which is over here, and something I have been putting off for a really long time, and that is our waystone section. So I think it is time that we finally get a place set up for our waystone, even though we're not going to be using it anymore. So we are going to do a very simple waystone area. So we're going to start by adding some framed stairs here with the tile bordered calcite as the block. And then we are just going to make a circle with the tiled bordered calcite. And of course it is going to rain because that is just our luck. Next, we are going to add these calcite walls on the edges of the calcite with some framed slabs on top, which are going to be jacaranda leaves. I think that looks so cool with the little leaf part hanging down. Then coming behind the slabs, we are going to use framed walls in the corners, which are going to be mahogany planks. And then we're going to put 3 mahogany fences on top of it. Then we're going to do a very simple roof of cherry slabs, mahogany fences on the outer sides, and some magenta hanging lights on the sides for light. And then finally, we need to put our waystone in here. And now it is complete. And with the waystone area finished, this area is officially complete. I'm super happy with how it turned out. So let's do one final walkthrough of everything we did in this CuteCraft world. Starting off with the first thing we built, our starter base. I love the heart windows still. We got our little allium lantern there, and inside, here it is. It has not changed much since the beginning, but I absolutely love how cute this interior is. Then over this way, we have our cow pen. Very simple. I did end up adding the fairy lights to it, which is very cute. Then of course we have our waystone area that we just built. Then taking the path this way behind our starter base, we have our enchanting building, which is for our enchanting table. It is very cute and spooky in here, which I love. Completely behind our starter base, we have our hat collection building with all of our cute hats that we got from grab bags. We also have our photo studio with all of our photos. Back to the central point, if we take the path over this way, we have our building for our hamsters, which we have Mochi, Hamtaro, Marshmallow, Pumpkin, Dewdrop, Teddy, Megalodon, and Wilson. Then we have our bee area for our productive bees, which this one has our quarry bees, which gave us a lot of grass and clay. Then we have this building with all of our regular bees for honey and honey bottles. And then finally we have our other quarry bees, which gave us a lot of calcite and diorite. Continuing the path to the right behind our storage build, we have our beautiful windmill with our farmer bees and hopper bees collecting all of our crops. We also have our pig pen up here, which is cute, and our snow globe behind that. Next up, we have our beautiful butterfly garden with all of our butterflies. We don't have many in here anymore because they all died, but yeah, this is a really cute area. I still love it so much. Very cute and cozy. Then we have our storage build that holds all of my chests. We use this a lot in this world. We, of course, have one of my favorite builds in this whole area, the bakery, which is super cute. We have all of the stuff that we need to make our footlongs and all of that. I just love this build so much. And then behind the butterfly garden, we have our flower garden, which we used to breed some hybrid flowers. I love this build so much as well. It is really cute and cozy. And finally, our last thing we did in this world, our ribbit village. I am so happy with how this turned out. It is super cute and the ribbits seem to really love it. And now that is going to conclude the CuteCraft world. This has been such a fun world to build up and definitely my new favorite. I'm honestly sad that it's over, but I'm super excited for what is next. If you did enjoy, make sure to comment below and let me know, as well as subscribe and join us on our adventures. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!